Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Marrying bondwomen. But if any of you cannot afford to marry a free, believing woman, then let him marry a believing bondwoman, possessed by one of you. God knows best the state of your faith and theirs. You are from one another. So marry them with permission of their owners, giving them their dowry in fairness. If they are chaste, neither promiscuous nor having secret affairs. If they commit indecency after marriage, they receive half the punishment of free women. This is for those of you who fear falling into sin. But if you are patient, it is better for you, and God is all forgiving, most merciful. God's grace. It is God's will to make things clear to you, guide you to the noble ways of those before you, and turn to you in mercy. For God is all-knowing, all-wise. And it is God's will to turn you in grace. But those who follow their desires wish to see you deviate entirely from God's way. And it is God's will to lighten your burdens. For humankind was created weak. Prohibition of abuse. O believers, do not devour one another's wealth illegally, but rather trade by mutual consent. And do not kill each other or yourselves. Surely God is ever merciful to you. And whoever does this sinfully and unjustly, we will burn them in the fire. That is easy for God. Avoiding major sins. If you avoid the major sins forbidden to you, we will absolve you of your lesser deeds. Yes, of your lesser misdeeds, and admit you to a place of honor. Inheritance law, contentment. And do not crave what God has given some of you over others. Men will be rewarded according to their deeds, and women equally according to theirs. Rather ask God for his bounties. Surely God has perfect knowledge of all things, and we have appointed his to what has been left by parents and the next of kin. As for those you have made a pledge to, give them their share. Surely God is a witness over all things. Husbands as providers and protectors. Men are the caretakers of women, as men have been provisioned by God over women and tasked with supporting them financially. And righteous women are devoutly obedient and when alone protective of what God has entrusted them with. And if you sense ill conduct from your women, advise them first. If they persist, do not share their beds, but if they still persist, then discipline them gently. But if they change their ways, do not be unjust to them. Surely God is most high, all great. Reconciling married couples. If you anticipate a slip in between them, appoint a mediator from his family and another from hers. If they desire reconciliation, God will restore harmony between them. Surely God is all-knowing, all-aware. The kind, stingy, and the insecure. Worship God alone and associate none with him. And be kind to parents, relatives, orphans, the poor, near and distant, neighbors, close friends, needy travelers, and those bronze people in your possession. Surely, God does not like whoever is arrogant, boastful, and those who are stingy promote stinginess among people and withhold God's bounties. We have prepared for the disbelievers a humiliating punishment. Likewise, for those who spend their wealth to show off and do not believe in God or the last day. And whoever takes Satan as an associate what an evil associate they have. What divine justice? What harm could have come to them if they had believed in God on the last day and donated from what God has provided for them? And God has perfect knowledge of them. Indeed, God never wrongs anyone, even by an atom's weight. And if it is a good deed, he will multiply it times over, and he will give many times over, and he will give a great reward out of his grace. Witnesses on Judgment Day. How will we be when we bring a witness from every faith community and bring you a prophet as a witness against yours? On that day, those who denied God and disobeyed the messenger will wish they were reduced to dust, and they will never be able to hide anything from God. Purification before prayers. Hey believers, do not approach your prayer while intoxicated, until you are aware of what you say, nor in a state of full impurity, unless you merely pass through the mosque until you have bathed. But if you are ill, on a journey, or have relieved yourselves, or been intimate with your wives, and cannot find water, then purify yourselves with clean earth, wiping your face and hands, and God is ever pardoning or forgiving. Warning against deviance. Have you, O prophet, not seen those who were given a portion of the scriptures, yet trade it for misguidance, and wish to see you deviate from the right path? God knows best who your enemies are, and God is sufficient as a guardian, and he is sufficient as a helper. Humility with the prophet. Some Jews take words out of context and say, "We listen and disobey. Hear, may you never hear, inna." Playing with words and discrediting the faith. Had they said courteously, "We hear and obey, listen to us in unzarna," it would have been better for them and more proper. God has condemned them for their disbelief, so they do not believe except for a few. Reward for rejecting the truth. O you who were giving the book, believe in what we have revealed, confirming your own scriptures before we wipe out your faces, turning them backwards, or we condemn the defiant as we did to the Sabbath breakers. And God's command is always executed. The only unforgivable sin. Indeed, God does not forgive associating others with him in worship, but forgives anything else of whoever he wills. And whoever associates others with God has indeed committed a grave sin. Self-righteousness. Have you, O prophet, not seen those who falsely elevate themselves? It is God who elevates whoever he wills. And none will be wronged, even by the width of the thread of a date stone. See how they fabricate lies against God. This alone is a blatant sin. False reassurance. Have you, O prophet, not seen those who were given a portion of the scriptures, yet believe in idols and false gods, and reassure the disbelievers that they are better guided than the believers? It is they who have been condemned by God, and whoever is condemned by God will have no helper. Envy breeds disbelief. Do they have control over shares of the kingdom? If so, they would not have been given anyone so much as they speak on a date stone. Or do they envy the people for God's bounties? Indeed, we have given the descendants of Abraham the book and wisdom, along with great authority. Yet some believed in him, while others turned away from him. Hell is sufficient as a torment. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.